So the next segment is ethical AI and implementation challenges. So for this, Sandeep, if you could, address AI adoption in HR often raises concerns about bias and
Yeah.
transparency. From your experience, how can organizations ensure they are using AI responsibly and ethically in their HR processes?
I think it's a excellent question. Probably there would be, while this field has actually moved so quickly, and still it is moving at such a pace. I think ethics and the entire reliability is something which unfortunately is being overlooked. I foresee, in fact, in the next few years, there would be regulations, probably at country level, at UN level, also on what are the areas in which AI should not go in, what are the kind of responses that are not to be spoken about. I think that is something which will definitely happen at a country level, so at a global level, country level, and then at a regulation level or regulator level also. So that is something which is definitely going to happen, and there would be ethics officers in most companies. So while AI might cut some jobs, it will definitely add there. Now, if you actually look at what are the reasons why this happens, I think first big reason is the data. And there is a very nice paper which was actually written in Google, which basically talks about data cascades in high stakes AI. So I think if the audience please note it down, data cascades in high stakes AI. Please search for it. It basically talks about everyone wants to do the model work. No one wants to work on the data. I think this is where AI is very very different from core IT companies. It needs lot of initial work on first what is the problem that I am solving, and secondly the data set, getting the right data set for it. Unfortunately, that is where most biases come in, and that is where most human biases come in. In fact, you would be knowing that the entire OpenAI, the entire models have got trained by, I think, lakhs of people working in Africa. And there's a company called Scale AI, which basically is again a billion-dollar company, which was getting the entire internet. So internet they had scraped, but what is the area? What are the things that should go in the model? So a lot of people were working on it. So data is the first part, getting the right data which is diverse and representative, and then the HR team has to ensure that they are testing it across different demographics, for women, for people who are working in different regions of the country or globally. So whether my this particular chatbot or whether this particular survey tool which I am deploying, whether it will work across geographies or not. Second part is doing lot of audits and monitoring. So getting third parties, for example, inside the company, and they are doing independent audits, getting feedbacks from the users in case even one incident is found. The third thing which you should definitely, when if the HR team is taking a tool from say a AI developer or a AI company, they should get the explainable framework from that company. Still, there will be 1 in 1,000 cases where I currently see issues would happen, and which is where the fourth part comes in. I think every company who is deploying AI models, whether it is for the customer or for your partners, like if you have retailers or if you have distributors, if you have vendors, or for internal employees, it should be a diverse committee called AI ethics committee, which should have people from different functions as a part of that, and every single AI ethics incident should come to it.
I think what Sandeep was just
Yeah,
saying, just
Daksh.
adding up,
Yeah.
there are a couple of, if you check out a lot of countries in the EU as well as a few countries in the US, they already have this kind of a committee that's already formed. There are rules and regulations while being operated upon by AI. The data which gets fed in idly is reviewed thoroughly by that committee. There are
Yeah.
committees in terms of who review that none of the AI system should be biased enough. I think that's already there. I think it's lacking a bit on the Asian countries now, but I think soon we should see this thing coming in.
I'm sure. I think a lot of companies would be working on it already. It's just about time, but it becomes famous where people notice it.